The Trump administration announced it's withholding nearly $7 billion federal dollars meant for K through 12 schools, money that Congress had already approved. Jennifer Hoff has more on what schools in Minnesota stand to lose. Jennifer.
Chris, it's a lot. The state's Department of Education estimates some $74 million are at risk in nearly 45 districts all across the state that should have already been doled out on Tuesday. Learning only the day before, that wasn't happening.
In the East Metro, there are some 11,000 students in the North St. Paul Maplewood Oakdale School District with one longtime leader.
Oh, yeah.
Christine Tucci Osorio is the superintendent overseeing not only people, but funding, more of which is now at stake since the Trump administration announced it's withholding nearly $7 billion federal education dollars that by law should have been distributed on Tuesday.
To have this added layer kind of hit from the federal level is really difficult right now.
The Minnesota Department of Education said it received notice just Monday. The feds are now reviewing that money, writing in part it remains committed to ensuring taxpayer resources are spent in accordance with the president's priorities.
The funding is critically important, especially when you think about the fact that school districts like mine that have higher numbers of students in poverty are going to be the most disproportionately impacted by these changes.
Her district stands to lose nearly $622,000, mostly earmarked for migrant students and their educators. But it also funds adult literacy and summer programs across the state.
That's a funding bucket that has a very direct impact on our English language learners. And yet, by law, we all have to educate all of our students, and we want to educate all of our students, not to mention the moral and ethical obligations as well.
The district is already facing a $3 million deficit, leaving it more in limbo. But Tucci Osorio vows to keep leading.
It's definitely a disconnect right now.
So here's what we know now tonight. The MDE commissioner had sent a letter to the U.S. Department of Education asking for clarification, saying all of this is causing unnecessary uncertainty, especially since budgets are long approved in our district. So they're banking on this money. But there are no clear answers or a timetable yet tonight, other than the NAACP we know has filed a court order, at least to try and put a stop to this for now. But Chris, just a lot left in limbo.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand what happens next. Do they lose the program? Do they have to pay for it in other ways? Like, where do they go?
Well, in the long run, it may fall on taxpayers, but the Trump administration may very well release some of this money. We don't know that yet. But I also have sources telling me that there's a great chance that there are dozens more locals, the unions, that are proposing putting levies on ballots in the near future, because that's where we're going to have to go to find other funding streams if this money doesn't come through.
Interesting. All right, Jennifer, thank you.